Can I talk architecture with you? Let's do that. So, Gaudi. Antoni Gaudi is a architect in Barcelona, was very wavy facade architecture in multiple buildings in Casa Mila, Casa Batilo, and they have all those mosaic tile all throughout the outside balcony, wavy style, and you see it right here as well. Isn't that fun? So what he likes to do is to give the architecture traditional straight line, a brand new concept with asymmetric, organic style, and give the life and soul into it. So it's very different from the regular drywall. This property, we have stucco. So they literally use stucco to form this shape. They sculpt it. They didn't build it. They make it as a piece of masterpiece art. And we can also take a look at the wall mural. The photographer is taking video right there, but look at that. The perspective is actually perfectly matching this space in the sense that if you stand right here, you feel like it's an extension of the room. You can dance in this grand hall and together with the dancer from 18th century with the orchestra playing music around you. And I want to show you these sculptural clear window. Why are they in such a weird shape? Isn't that easier just to make them straight as a horizontal line of a box? So what I'm talking about is these space here. So I'm just thinking, you know, it's a very personal thing. I love labyrinth. I love puzzles because you just get obsessed forever because that interweaving, intertwined spatial relationship, void and solid, you know, void and solid, void and solid. So there's a lot of contrast in a small scale, giving you a lot of interesting elements to comprehend, to enjoy, to appreciate. Coming from an architect point of view, I'm just like, wow, this is so cool. It's a collection of all the different ideas that different architects have across multiple centuries. And I want to show you these wall panels. They are not just the graphical style of classical lines out there, and it actually works really well with the lighting fixtures. These, they use the classical lines, moldings, panelings, but they paint it white and make it asymmetrical style, so it gives a modernity into it in the sense that, hey, we are connecting with the history. We're not detaching from it, but we're not history. We are today. They reminded me of restoration hardware. They like to have all these traditional elements, but reface them with the modern materials. RH has a great wood, so that it feels modern. They use the modern materials to cover the traditional element, and it's a combination of a sophistication and modern refreshness. And look at these handles. It has all the hammered details. I want to show you some style that the restoration hardware they have for the metal work, and they use a similar style. They use a hammer to hammer it so that it has an organic feeling. I'm like, hey, that element came probably like 3-4 years after this was built. I think they're pretty avant-garde, at the same time very elegant and sophisticated. Master bedroom. Look at this one. The fireplace is again a very interesting element that combines the organic form with the modern cement as material. Woman in a disco hall here. Isn't it? The glamorous parts of the house is in the primary bath. But the thing is, like, look at the pattern. It's not just any pattern, but it's very European, the herb and flower pattern that goes through a lot of palaces in Europe, and connecting back to the history with the modern material again. So I remember there's lots of artists, they love to have this like juxtaposition of two elements. Either it's good and bad, yin and yang, hot and cold, and this is an artist that is doing old and new. So I think, you know, this is not just a house. it's definitely a piece of art that could live in a museum and get your guest conversation starter and talk forever, just because how interesting, how many elements the original designer came up with.